የምርምር ንድፈ ሐሳብ አጻጻፍ research proposal writing. In this section we will see what is proposal, ንድፈ ሐሳብ ምንድነው፣ ምን ያካትታል፣ ቆንጆ የሚባል የምርምር ንድፈ ሐሳብ ወይም research proposal እንዴት ይጻፋል፣ ምን ያካትታል የሚሉትን የምናይበት ሴክሽን ይሆናል ማለት ነው ዛሬ። Proposals. In a proposal, identify a specific problem and state how you will solve that problem. This is the way how we are going to identify a specific problem and how we can state the method of solving that problem. This is the direction of our research work. ባለፈው ሴክሽናችን ሪሰርች ፕሮብለም እንዴት አይደንቲፋይ እናደርጋለን ስንል ነበር። ሪሰርች አይደንቲፋይ ካደረግን በኋላ እንዴት ሶልቭ እናደርጋለን የሚለውን የምንጽፍበት አንደኛው ወይ ፕሮፖዛል ይባላል ማለት ነው። So proposals are carefully prepared and just as carefully reviewed by granting agencies. በጥንቃቄ granting agencies ምክንያቱም የምንሰራላቸው ፕሮፖዛል ለመጻፍ ንድፈ ሐሳቡን የምንጽፈው አይደንቲፋይ ያደረግነው ፕሮብለም ለማን ነው መጀመሪያ whom it concern ለየትኛው ነው ኮንሰርናችን የቱ ነው ኮንሰርኑ የቱ ነው የሚለውን መለየት የምንችልበት ስለሆነ በጣም በጥንቃቄ የሚዘጋጅ ለአንድ ስፔሲፊክ ለሆነ ፕሮብለም በጥንቃቄ የሚዘጋጅና በደንብ ሪቪው የሚደረግ በግራንቲንግ ኤጀንሲ ፕሮፖዛል ነው ማለት ነው። So proposals do not succeed on the strength of any. ፕሮፖዛሉ በፕሮፖዛል research proposal ኔም አይደለም ጉልበት ያለው። Instead, successful proposals demonstrate that you understand the scope of the problem. As we see, the background of the problem, theory of the problem, and application of the problem. These are the way how we can identify the scope of the problem that we are going to write a good and excellent proposal to that of a specific problem. Furthermore, that you have developed a valid and well-focused approach for reaching proposed objectives. What are that proposed objectives? There are two types of objectives. One, the general objective that relates to our scope, and there are specific tasks called specific objectives that are list of tasks that we are going to achieve our goal. All proposals develop a plan of action in response to a specific need or problem. That specific actions are specific objectives. Some proposals are external, written in response to a request for proposals or an invitation to bid that has been published by an external organization. ምን ማለት ነው ይሄ? ፕሮፖዛል በኮል ይወጣል። ኮል ቱ ፕሮፖዛልስ ተብሎ በማን በካምፓኒ ሊወጣ ይችላል። ተጋብዘን እንድንሰራላቸው የሆነ ካምፓኒ ወይ ተቋም ተጋብዘን እንድንሰራላቸው ይፈልጋሉ። ስለዚህ እነሱ የሚሰጡን ቴማቲክ ኤሪያቸው ነው። በዚህ ኤሪያ ብትሰሩልን ብሎ ፕሮፖዛል ያወጣሉ ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ አሪፍና ኤክሰለንት የሚባል ፕሮፖዛል ከጻፍን ውድድሩን ኢንቪቴሽኑን አሸንፈን ጫራታውን አሸንፈን ወደ ምርምር ስራችን እንገባለን ማለት ነው። Other proposals are internal within your institution በተቋማችሁ ወይም ባላችሁበት written in response to a need within your organization ማለት ነው። external and internal proposals. In either case, your proposals must show that you understand the nature of the problem and that you have a specific and well-developed plan for arriving at a solution. ለሁለቱም ለኢንተርናሉ እና ለኤክስተርናሉ ፕሮፖዛል ተጋብዘን የሚሆን ከራሳችን ኦርጋናይዜሽን በራሳችን ፕሮብለም ስፔሲፊክ ፕሮብለም ፋይንድ አድርገን አግኝተን መጨረሻ ላይ የምናገኘው ምን ማሳየት አለበት? must have show that you understand the nature of the problem። ለዛ ምርምር ያነሳሳን ችግር መፍትሄ የሚፈልግ ኔቸሩን በደንብ መረዳት ያስፈልጋል። ተፈጥሮ ችግሩን ተፈጥሮ በደንብ መረዳት ያስፈልጋል። and well developed from arriving to a solution። proposal by the way ፕላን መድረስ አለብኝ እዚህ ቦታ ብለን ፕላን ማድረግ ማለት ነው። ፕላን ማድረግ most proposals share a general structure for identifying the motivation problem, the objectives and the proposed course of action. If we say this much about proposal, what would be the general structure of proposal? ንድፈ ሐሳባችንን ስንጽፍ የምርምር ንድፈ ሐሳባችንን ስንጽፍ ምን አይነት ቅርጽ ሊኖረው ይችላል? ጠቅለል አድርገን ማየት እንችላለን ማለት ነው። Proposals share a general document architecture which is usually modified to suit specific circumstances. The overall structure of a proposal can be broken down into following parts. There are front matter and back matter. From the front matter, there is a body. This body contains the introduction of the proposal, which introduces the general science about that proposal, the specific project. And the second one is statement of the problem. Statement of the problem, a statement that describes the specific problem and the objective, the objectives that are the goal we are going to achieve. To do that research and a literature review. Literature review are documents that we are going to read and the supportive document to our research. So there is technical approach, the methodology. How can I am going to do this? How can I am going to do this research? Which method is suitable for this research? Which type of sampling is used? Which type of method or software is used? Which type of material can we use? Methods. The final expected output. ምንድን ነው? expected output. Then finally work plan ያስፈልገናል። መነሻና መድረሻ ያስፈልጋል ማለት ነው። Then the end matter or the back matter በሁለቱ overall structure of general structure የሚባል ማለት ነው። From the front matter of the proposal includes the first one is title page, the page that describes the title. The other is summary, executive summary or abstract. This is the direction that shows our reader what we are going to see in the other document of that proposal. The other is table of contents that indicates the reader which content is kept in which page. List of figure and tables if we have. The other is body of the body. In the introduction to a proposal, we have to do the following. One, identify the motivation, need or problem. Identifying. Develop the immediate context in which this problem has been highlighted. As I said before, the introduction is the general science that leads to that problem. እንደ መንደርደሪያ የሚያገለግል ማለት ነው። In external proposals, be sure you are responding to the published need and motivation as identified by the outside agency. External ከሆነ external ካምፓኒው ወይም ደግሞ እናንተ እንድትሰሩ ኢንቫይት ያደረጋችሁ ድርጅት ምንድን ነው የሚፈልግ? ያንን መሰረት አድርገን ኢንትሮዳክሽን እንጽፋለን ማለት ነው። Focus your proposal by stating the key technical issue. Which type of key technical issue is there and how we can use that. As you perceive them, underline the motivation problem. Underline the motivation problem. The next front matter part is statement of the problem. Statement of the problem. By definition, a problem is a gap or a discrepancy or difference between the way things are and the way things ought to be. Look, the way things are and the way things ought to be. Things ነው ነገሮች ያሉበት ወይም ሊሆኑበት የሚችሉት the definition by definition. To convince proposal reviewers that you have identified a significant problem, you must present two data points or lines that are separated by a gap. Finally, you should regard the statement of the problem as the single most important section of your proposal that influences funding success. Statement of problem አችን የፕሮብለምን ስቴትመንት በደንብ ዲስክራይብ ማድረግ ከቻለን ልጽ ባለ ወይ ማስቀመጥ ከቻለን ኢንቫይት ያደረገውን ድርጅት ተወዳዳሪዎቻችንን ማሸነፍ እንችላለን ማለት ነው። A grant maker award grants when you enable them to do something about a major problem or issue that makes a positive difference. Way of explaining statement of problem is the way how we the invitation. Sponsors fund their needs, not yours. Don't forget. Sponsors fund their needs, not yours. Invite የሚያደርገን ድርጅት ኢንቫይት ያደርገን ኤክስተርናል ፕሮፖዛል ከጻፍን ስፖንሰር የሚያደርጉን የእነሱን ፍላጎት እስካሟላን ድረስ ብቻና ብቻ ነው። ከዛ ውጭ ግን የኛ ምናደርግ የፈለገውን ማግኘት አንችልም ማለት ነው። Sponsors fund you when they believe that your project will help them solve their need to close gaps in society. Gap የሚሞላልን ከሆነ የእነሱን ፍላጎት የሚያሟላ ከሆነ they will fund. Funding you helps them fulfill their mission. ሚሽናቸውን ኦብጀክቲቫቸውን የሚያሟላላቸው ከሆነ ፈንድ ያደርጋሉ ማለት ነው። Sponsors fund needs not opportunities. Look, sponsors fund their needs not yours. የኛን ፍላጎት እንዳልሆነ መረዳት ያስፈልጋል። ሌላኛው sponsors fund needs የነሱን ፍላጎት not opportunities አጋጣሚዎችን አይደለም ኒዳቸውን የሚያፈልጉ The lack of something does not justify acquisition. That is circular logic. The other is the objectives. Objectives can be general objectives, goals, or specific objectives. So goals, projects, the big picture, vision of what you wish to accomplish. This is your goal, big picture of your proposal. They communicate global purpose and typical goal-oriented words include advocate, analyze, appreciate, behave, develop, empower, enjoy, extend, feel, illustrate, improve, integrate, internalize, know, participate, promote, recommend, and understand. These are the typical goal-oriented words including these listed words. They need to be followed by concrete measurable objective. You have to write a concrete, specific, a smart objective to be win the invitation. The others are specific objectives. Your objectives specify the end product of your project. the end product of your project. Look, these specific objectives are specific tasks you are going to achieve your proposal. The key or the way that you are going to achieve your proposal or your research work, you have to specify specific objectives. When sponsors fund your project, they are literally buying your objectives. sponsor ፈንድ የሚያደርገን የኛን ጎል የኛን ኦብጀክቲቭ እየገዛን ነው ማለት ነው። እኛ ደግሞ እየሸጥንለት ነው። ሻጭና ገዥ ማለት ነው። That is why it is extremely important to state your objectives in clear and measurable terms. ልንሸጥ ነው። ፕሮፖዛል ስንጽፍ ሀሳባችንን ልንሸጥ ነው። ሀሳባችንን የምንሸጠው ደግሞ ኦብጀክቲቫችን ደንበኞቻችንን ማርካት እስከቻለ ድረስ ብቻ ነው። ከዛ ውጭ ግን መሸጥ አንችልም። Keep them simple. When you write your objective, follow the acronym advice. Keep them simple. Your objective should be simple. The first is specific. 1. Show precisely what you intend to change through your project. የኛ ፕሮጀክት ምንድነው ሊቀይር የፈለገው? Show your intention to change through your project. The second one, what will be different when your project is finished? What is new? ምንድነው ይሄን ፕሮጀክት ሲያልቅ ምንድነው ልናገኝ የምንችለው? What will people know, feel or be able to do once the project is completed that they couldn't before? What will people know, feel or be able to do once the project is completed that they couldn't before? The other is immediate. The second, immediate. Indicate the time frame during which a current problem will be addressed. Why should the project be acted on right now? አሁን መሆኑ ለምን አስፈለገ? How long will it take to achieve your goals and objectives? Time frame, immediate. The other is measurable. Specify what you would accept as a proof of project success. What qualitative and quantitative data will you gather? What tools will you use to measure project success? Measure it. The other is practical. Point out how each objective is a real solution to a real problem. ለሪል ፕሮብለሙ ሪዞሉሽን እንዴት ሊሆን እንደሚችል ፖይንት አውት ማድረግ። Are your objectives realistic and feasible? Does your organization have the skill, experience, qualification, resource and personnel to carry out each objective? Must be practical. The other is logical. Describe how each objective systematically contribute to achieve your overall goals. Are you really doing what you think you are doing? Are you really doing what you think you are doing? Do your objectives relate to your goal and the sponsor priorities? And the other is evaluable. Define how much change has to occur for the project to be effective. What are your criteria for success? Criteria for success. What impact will your project make after finished your project? What impact will your project make? What is the value of your project? Value ምንድነው? So the specific objective must be simple. The other is literature review. All scientific papers which are related to your topic problem will be referenced here. And right. Important tools or equations which will support your methodology will be stated here. Different approaches which will enable you to choose among different methods will expressed here. The other is methodology. Identify and explain fully the technical approach you are taking to reach your objectives. Ground your technical approach in a brief explanation of necessary theoretical background. 1. Applicable theory, analytical model, previous work and hypothesis. Present your method and design for researching your stated project. Present your method. State how pertinent data will be acquired, and just as important, describe your data analytic methods. Your methods are your action plan to reach your project goal and evaluation tree. The method is a way that shows the direction how you can do your task. Your method section tells how your project activities will accomplish your objectives, including your project sequence, follow, and interrelations. And it answers one key question. How will I do this project? እንዴት ልሰራው እችላለሁ የሚለውን ይመልሳል። Instance, your method section, sometimes called methodology or plan or statement of work or approach or procedure, tells who is going to do what, when it will be done, and how it will be managed. Generally, it is a good direction to do your task. It is good direction. You have to follow your methodology to finish your task. Here are some key questions to answer. Does your proposal do the following? 1. Explain why you choose one methodological approach and not another. You have to compare. Comparing methodologies from different literatures and select one and reason out for that. The second one, describe the major activities for reaching each objective. What are the major activities to reach your objective? Indicate the key project personnel who will carry out each activity. Show the interrelationship among project activities. And identify all project data that will be collected for use in evaluating proposal outcomes. That the key questions to be answered by your task. Proposal reviewers pay strict attention to this section because here you show that you have the required know-how to bring a project to completion. So you have to take a great care to write your methodology. In this section, you will also present the following informations. That information required facilities and resources. Which type of facility are used and which type of resources are used to do this project. Material and equipment. Which material and which equipments are used, and personnel, including resumes and appendixes. And there are a relation of objective and method. Your objectives tell your reviewers what you are proposed to do. And your method tells your reviewers how you will accomplish each objective. Yeah, look. Your objectives tell your reviewers what you propose to do. ምንድነው ሊሰራ ያሰበው የሚለውን ኦብጀክቲቭ ይነግረናል። ዜን ሜትድ ደግሞ እንዴት ሊሰራ ይችላል የሚለውን ይነግረናል ማለት ነው። In other words, you should include one or more method for each objective. Then the other part is expected output. Here you will mention what major outputs will be achieved after finishing the project. For each objective, you should put at least one expected outcome. The other may become after finish your project. The other key part is the budget. A project budget is more than a statement of proposed expenditure. It is an alternate way to express your project, establish its credibility, and judge your project value. Reviewers will scrutinize your budget to see how well it fits your proposed activity. Incomplete budgets are example of sloppy preparation. So you have to write good budget. ለኛም ለካምፓኒውም የሚሆን እኛም ትርፋማ የምንሆንበትን ካምፓኒ የማይጎዳበትን ጀጅ የሚያደርግ በጀት ያስፈልጋል ማለት ነው። Inflated budgets are signals of waste. Low budgets cast doubt on your planning ability. So in essence, your budget is as much a credibility statement as your project narrative. Since the budget can direct cost or indirect cost. Direct costs are explicitly project expenditure listed as line items in the budget. The direct costs are usually categorized into 1. Personnel and non-personnel components. Personnel costs include such items such as salaries, wages, fringe benefits, consultant fees, contractor charges, and non-personnel costs include such items as equipment, supplies, travel, and publication charges. እነዚህ personnel costs ናቸው። The other is indirect cost. Indirect cost represents other project cost, not itemized as direct cost. Typical grant budget don't list all of the costs associated with a project because some costs are hard to pin down. Example, payroll and accounting, library usage, space and equipment, and general project administration. Do you include in your proposal budget the cost associated with preparing payroll or the time your boss spends talking with you about your project? Although you couldn't post out those factors and other with some effect, they are more difficult to quantify. So at the same time, they are real project costs. Someone has to write your payroll check. Rather than calculating a strict cost accounting of this nebulous factor, many sponsors allow you to compute them as a percentage of your direct cost and add it in your budget request as an indirect cost item. That is work plan. እንዴት ነው የሚሰራው? ሜትሮሎጂውን ካየን፣ በጀቱን ካየን፣ ኮስቱን ካየን፣ ሊትሬቸር ሪቪውን ካየን፣ ስቴትመንት ኦፍ ፕሮብለሙን ካየን፣ ኦብጀክቲቭን ካየን፣ ስኮፕ ኦፍ ፕሮጀክቱን ካየን፣ ኢንትሮዳክሽኑን ካየን፣ ስለዚህ ይሄ ሁሉ መቼ ጀምሬ መቼ ጨርሰዋለሁ የሚለው ደግሞ ወርክ ፕላን ነው ማለት ነው። So it is a timetable or Gantt chart ይባላል ማለት ነው። Include a work plan, sometimes called project plan, as a separate section in all proposals. Preliminary project plans are also sometimes appropriate in feasibility and recommendation reports. In addition, most progress reports refer to all or part of previously existing project plans. Look this one. There is activity, there is year 2016, 2017, 2018 in Ethiopian calendar, sample study plan, and its activity, literature review, ከመቼ ጀምሬ እስከ መቼ literature review እስከ መጨረሻ ዶክመንት ሰብሚሽን ድረስ በየቀኑ እናገኘውን ነገር ሪቪው እያደረግን ስለምንጨምር ከመጀመሪያ እስከ መጨረሻ እናደርገዋለን ማለት ነው። ኮድ ዲቨሎፕመንት እንደ እንትናችን ይለያያል ማለት ነው። ግን computer simulation, requirements, experimentation, result analysis, and report writing የሚለው ሪፖርት ራይቲንግም ልክ እንደ ሊትሬቸር ሪቪው በተመሳሳይ ሊሆን ይችላል። ምክንያቱም ከመጀመሪያው እስከ መጨረሻው ሊትሬቸር ያነበብን ሪቪው ያደረግን ላይ መጻፋችን ስለማይቀር ማለት ነው። The other one is end matter. Proposal has two main matters, front matter and end matter. The end matter contains literature cited, resumes, annex and appendix are the end matter parts. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, click the bell symbol,
to subscribe, share,
Thank you
like
for
and
watching.
comment.
Thank you.
Like and comment.
Thank you.